Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano. You are listening to another episode, a brand new episode, and a whole new year of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast, ladies and gents, in one, two, three galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just called this show Online Marketing Moves. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been almost 5 weeks since we have recorded an episode. I am happy to be talking to you again today. I am very happy to be talking to you. I'm very excited. Ladies and gents, last time I recorded, I never would have thought, hey, we're not gonna record again until December the January of 2025. But a lot of things happened. I actually had to go out of town for a couple weeks, and I did not have my microphone with me. I did not have my computer with me. That threw me off. I got home. It was around the holiday season. Got to spending a lot of time with my baby, my daughter, and then I thought, people don't want to listen around the holidays. I'm sure they probably did, but I just got super. I was super. I was tired. I was sick. I just said, you know what? We'll just record after the first of the year. And of course, the last week I wanted to record, and of course, whenever you want to try something out, uh, things go terribly wrong. So I wasn't able to record last week, but here we are recording for you. We are back. I'm happy to be talking to you, as I stated before. How's your holiday been? As I told you before, ladies and gents, you can always email the show, Tony@TonyRizano.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this year, we're not gonna get into all that. We are just gonna have a conversation. You and I. We are going to discuss marketing. We are going to discuss business. We are going to discuss life, and then after that, that'll be it. And then we'll be back on Friday with the whole new episode. And ladies and gents, the goal is to get everybody. The goal is to get everybody where they want to be this year, and I am going to help you with that now, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to discuss poisons in your life. Now, I've been thinking about this for the last 2 weeks. As you know, a new year rolls around every year. First off, ladies and gentlemen, do you say Happy New Year or do you say Happy New Year's? Me and my wife, the beautiful Kia, we was having this discussion, and I said I think I'll say Happy New Year's. I always put the S on there. My brother says Happy New Year's. My wife goes with Happy New Year. So do you say Happy New Year or Happy New Year's? I mean, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but we all have our preferences. Now, let's get back to talk about poisons. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when I say poisons, hey, anything, and if I sound loud, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I am very ecstatic to be speaking to you again. But now, when we say poisons, I'll give you a couple examples in my life that I don't need to have, but sometimes I indulge in them. Okay, soda, Coca-Cola to me it's poison. I know it's not good for me. I know it's not healthy for me, but I still every now and then a drink it. But sometimes it goes in spurts where I would just give up soda for a long time, and then I would go a week or two where you would think if that's alcohol, this guy's on the bender. Okay, and so I want to get away from that because you know I'm getting on up there in age. I can't be having all the made up sugar in my body, and so for me, soda I would say is a poison. listening to too many podcasts, that could be for me, that could be a poison. Because sometimes, you know, one thing that you have to do sometimes is it's, it's better off sometimes if you just sit there in your own thoughts, Far too many times now that they have so much content, content creation can be a bad thing sometimes because you record, I do this show, then you go listen to other shows, and then you go, man, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing that? Why am I, you know, why am I not getting as many listeners as this person? Why am I not getting many listeners as that person? Why? So, listen over listening to podcasts, for me can be poisonous because I have my own podcast. And so one thing that I've done in the last month, I dropped most of the podcasts. I listened to maybe one or two, but that's it. Yeah, I've dropped the rest of them. Anything I listen to, you know, I always listen to audiobooks, but I just keep that going more and more and more now. Um, Matter of fact, I just listened to a great audiobook. It's called Tom's Lake, and it was read by Meryl Streep. And I must say, it's a very good book. It's just about a lady telling her kids a story about how she met this famous movie star back in her day when she was an actress, and they just tell the story. It's a very good story, actually. It's just a good book, just a good book to listen to. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I do more audiobooks because I'm not, and the reason why I say audiobooks over podcasts is because most books, and I listen to like biographies, and I listen to fiction books sometimes, and podcasts are just a bunch of people with a bunch of opinions. Okay, I have an opinion. On this show, I'm going to tell you my opinion. I'm going to give you some facts. I'm going to give you some opinion, and people mix that in as this the gospel, but that's not always true. And a lot of times you have to watch people. And I give an example: sports radio is garbage. Sports podcasts are trash because they're all opinionated and they're all just trying to give you an opinion. And it's most of the time it's never based on anything. It's just an opinion. And you and I have an opinion. And if we want to talk about sports, we could just do that on our own time. We don't need to listen to your favorite ex quarterback talk about the cover two Spider 2 wide banana, you know? And so for me, podcasts would be poison. So we reduced the soda, reduced the podcast. Um, those are things in my life. And so I thought, what do you think in your life would you be poison? And what is affecting you and affecting the business that you want to create? What is affecting you and affecting the things that you want to get done? Is there something that it hinders you? And if it is, find a way to get them. Because if you think about it, you wouldn't just sit there and drink something that you knew. You wouldn't just eat something that's just straight, you know, poison, would you? No. So another thing, processed food. I told myself, fast food too. Hey, I'm not so much fast food. So I've scaled back. Because fast food, you think about it. You go to a certain fast food place, it goes down good, it goes down easily, it comes out bad. You go to certain places. So we all have places that we enjoy that it's not good for the bodies, okay? And we are all different, so we all have different places that you're like, hey, we go here, it's gonna mess my stomach up, okay? It's just the way it is. It's just like you are paying for poison, and it's not straight up, cyanide, but that the content in the bag is not good for you. But you continue to consume it. TV would be another poison, you know? Not so much TV. I've scaled back on TV a long time ago. But TV would be another poison, for me, because I could I used to sit there and watch football, 8, 9 hours a day and being unproductive. I don't do that anymore. And so these are just things that you have to see in your life and say, hey, what could I do to, rectify this situation? What could I do? Because I know a lot of times we bitch and moan about I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. There's a great book about there's a great book from Dan Kennedy talk about time and time and time management. And so it helps you learn about time management and it helps you say, hey, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. I need to be focused on my business. I need to be focused on my health. I need to be focused on my family. I need to be focused on the things that I can control to create the world that you want to create. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gents, the best thing that you can do, any of us can do, is create a world for ourselves. One that we don't have to, because it sucks when I remember when my wife owned a business and I worked at I drove for a trucking company, and she would say, I'm taking off this day, and I'd say, well, I gotta see if I can put in the day, blah 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 blah. That always sucked, and I always laugh. Not that it's bad, but and when I say create a life for yourself, you want to be able to be, financially free. I mean, when I say financially free, I don't mean you don't need to have millions of dollars, billions of dollars, financially free. You want to be able to make money in a way that you can make it and you can say, hey, I don't necessarily have to come to my job. I don't necessarily have to show up every day for this and show up for that, whether it be investing, whether it be saving, whether it be you investing in the business, whether you have, real estate, does not matter. But you want to be able to create money that you have coming in that, can pay your bills. And so if one day you decide, hey, I'm done with this job, I don't want to come here no more. Boom, you have that flexibility. And also, the better you manage your money, the less stress in your life you will have. We all know that. And but the most important thing is time freedom. If you could say, nah, I don't want to come to this. I don't want to do this today. Nah, I don't gotta show up. Nah, I'm good. Creating a life that you want to create is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And so in 2025, that's our goal. Let's all create a life that we enjoy, that we control, that we have a say so of. You can't control the government, you can't control the weather, you can't control the people around you. All you can control is you and the things that you want to do. And so let's all make a goal to all create the lives that we want to create. And let's start, you know, let's go. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I love you. I appreciate you. Come back. I know it's been a while. I know people are fickle these days, but come back, listen to the show. We will be rocking and rolling for the year 2025. But until Friday, my name is Tony Zano. Thank you for listening. God bless each and every one of you. And as always, everybody, peace.